What's going on YouTube? Double Edge Games here, and today we are getting down with our second review on the channel, which is going to be on Dark Souls 3. And Dark Souls 3 is the third installment in the Dark Souls franchise, and of course it's turned from actually a cult classic RPG to probably one of the most popular RPGs that released to date. And the third installment of the series will still bring the same difficulty level that of course Dark Souls fans love. And then also it makes new fans kind of whimper. So with that being said, this game is not for the faint of heart. You will die a lot. And it really is an RPG that brings that difficulty level to make gamers actually pour in countless hours into the game. And with this being one of the games that have been releasing in May, is this one going to be worth the buy? Let's find out in today's review. I'm just going to put this out here right now. I've only played Dark Souls 1, and I hated that game. Never played Dark Souls 2, so if you've seen some stuff out this game, like, you just see me sucking, like, oh, you just suck at the game, be like, you know what, you damn right, I will admit it, I do suck at the game. Let's start the review.
It is called Lothric, where the transitory lands of the Lords of Cinder converge. In venturing north, the pilgrims discover the truth of the old words. The fire fades.
So Dark Souls 3 is an RPG, so the character will create their own story. And the game has different classes like a knight, a thief, pyromancer, and you can even be a bum in the game. Yes, you can be a bum with the Billy Club, like Bam Bam. And of course, throughout the game, you'll be able to fight various demons, demon dogs, and other creatures throughout your battle to collect the most souls to further your character's development, level, and throughout the story. Now, I know Dark Souls fans really don't even care about the story, because the only thing I hear about from Dark Souls fans when it comes to the actual game and why they love it is the fact that it is so difficult to where they enjoy it. That is good. That's a good thing. Definitely would love a difficult game to bring any gamer's challenge out. But of course, there's one thing I actually love about this game and also hate at the same time. This game's environment is pretty much amazing. I really love the game's environment and all the enemies that they have created. When it comes to their design, their sound effects, and how they react to you, it's pretty cool. And then also the mini bosses or bosses are just flat out terrifying. It makes me scared going into a boss fight of what is he about to do to me next, or how he sounds, or if she's gonna hug me in a bed of fire and kill me. It's pretty cool. And then hearing the interaction between those two and hearing all that stuff is actually pretty cool. But the only problem is they do not expand on the story. Now there is, like, you know, various comic books that actually share on the Dark Souls story, but when it comes to the actual game, the most thing you're gonna get out of the game is just mostly like little side, like I would say little side dialogue between like some side characters. Like there are no characters I remember throughout this game because the story is that unimportant, which is sad, just because I would love to see an RPG game have an amazing story like this. It can be done. The Division did it too, where the story was actually placed pretty good, and then also to where the story was actually still interesting, where it was still an RPG. Just wish they would have expanded on the story just a little bit more, but it just seems like it was a waste because the environment looks really cool. Alright, you can go somewhere, you fat bitch! Drink it. No! Oh my god, I just wasted freaking flash, bruh. Now, of course, the bread and butter of Dark Souls, which is the gameplay. And the Dark Souls gameplay is pretty much the same as it's been throughout the series, which is not bad. It's still the same hack and slash gameplay that fans love, with a mix of different weapons to actually pick up and change up the fighting style to whichever fighting style you like. And there's also a hub area in the game where you can either level up, buy, or even upgrade your weapons throughout the game to actually add a little bit more variety to the combat. The only gripe I have when it comes to the gameplay is that it gets repetitive at times. But of course the game will mix it up by throwing different enemies at you that also react differently and have different fighting styles and require different tactics. But of course ultimately it's still repetitive, which is not a good thing. And especially when you're first starting out, you're going to find yourself doing one thing a lot. And that's rolling. And not only that, I don't mind the fact that the game is hard. I do enjoy that. I love the fact that it has a challenge. But why in the blue fuck does this game almost have no sense of direction? Of course, there are those messages on the ground that will tell you, sometimes like, hey, enemy ahead or monster ahead of don't go this way and stuff like that. But sometimes them messages are trolls. And sometimes you have to like guess which one is actually good. That's also a good thing and a bad thing. But when you're just now starting out and you don't read nothing, or if you just don't know where to go and you just stumble in the wrong area, you're gonna find out the hard way. So this game literally has no sense of direction, and you need to figure out what the hell is gonna happen next. Oh yeah, and just the very last thing I hate about the gameplay, I'm pretty much done with this section, is that the fact I just flat out hate the AI sometimes. There are times when this AI is completely stupid. They will swing at you and they're like, oh, I'm tired, oh my god. And then there's times where them niggas just turn into the biggest savages in the whole game. It's ridiculous. It really mind boggles me of how this happens. I wish it was more consistent. I can understand if you're trying to challenge the gamer, but what the hell, man? What the hell? So to wrap up my Dark Souls 3 review, I'll definitely have to say, honestly, through all that stuff that I said throughout the review, I still actually like the game. I still enjoy it. I have my gripes about it. I have the things I love about it. If it was not for my boy Roderick, the homeboy Dizzy Rock, shoutouts to you. If it was not for him literally telling me at work, bruh, don't refund that game. Because when I bought it, I was like, bruh, I'm about to refund this crap immediately. He just like, bruh, do not refund that game. Keep it. That is a game you are gonna want to play. Honestly, if he didn't tell me that, I probably would not have had a good time on that game. With all those negatives, I still flat out enjoy the game. That's all I have to say. Dark Souls 1 I still hate, but Dark Souls 3 has the stuff that I didn't like in Dark Souls 1 pretty much taken care of. So I have to say, overall, I would definitely give this game a solid 7 out of 10. Just because this is a nice RPG just to play whenever, you're just chilling, or whenever you just want to play a game and not really, I say, pay too much attention, but you will have to focus. That's the only thing. You're going to have to focus, because if you're playing sloppy, you going to get wrecked. You're going to get savaged. But anyway, I would like to thank you guys for tuning in. This is going to wrap up the second review. And then also, due to a subscriber that was on the channel that goes by the name of Mr. Shadow. I don't know if I can find your comments again. I don't know if they got deleted or you deleted them, whatever. Of course, he said he wanted to see a review of Doom when it comes out, and I've already got that boy pre-ordered. I'm just waiting on the preload system to actually kick in, I would say tomorrow, but that will definitely be the next game that will get reviewed, is the new Doom. So thank you, Mr. Shadow, for that comment, and then also, of course, the suggestion. So thank you guys for tuning in. I really hope you enjoyed it, and this is Double Edge Games, and peace out.